Hey, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. Hope you all doing good. Hope you all having a great day. And welcome back to Sweet Billy YouTube. And today we'll be using some various tools to try to make a quicker video today for you without as much chitty chat. So I've already done step one, which is the Drag Harrow. I stuck some broken post hole digger handles in there to try to keep it up, because when you go and it follows the terrain, and I kind of wanted to keep them up so it would take out more of the high spots and then not move the dirt in the low spots, so it would smooth a little bit better. That worked better than normally, and it's smooth enough and level enough for me. I've done probably over 250 laps in the backyard in the last week or so, various different times. We'll be using the seed spreader today, and also the next step is using the fencing drag that I have built for about $3 to move the loose soil into the lower areas, kind of smooth it just a little bit more before we start planting the grass seed. And then a quick bonus information for you is Drag Harrow is a very multi-use tool. It could be used as a leveler to a certain degree. It doesn't actually tear up the ground quite as much as I first thought, but it does remove the moss very well. It dethatches very well, so it's also a dethatcher. Pulls up all the moss and dead grass and stuff underneath, you know, such as like right here. There's a big old clump of moss, but I can't get that close to the garage because you know, the way that it drags. Like, even if I hit the building with my mower and get that close, the drag will still be a few feet away. So I've done as much as I can with that. I'm gonna go do a couple laps with this, kind of smooth everything out a little bit, and then we're gonna be putting some seed in here and adjust our seed rate to, I think, about 3 or 4 most likely, so it'll be kind of slow, and I'll just do multiple laps to make sure it's a consistent, even spreading consistency. And the seed that I'll be putting in here, I did plant seed back there a few years ago, if you've seen my previous videos. And I think there was like 14 different kinds of grass seed that I had planted back there. Most of them have died off because I was in Wyoming for about 2 years, roughly. You know, I wasn't here for about 2 years. And some minor neglect, you know, not watering and not doing all this crazy stuff I do, you know, landscaping. So a lot of the different types of grass had died off, which was the original intent, to see what would grow and sustain itself with zero maintenance, just maybe a mow once a month or so. That's it. So the whole purpose of all of this is to get a nice smooth lawn, get some nice grass that is basically zero maintenance, maybe water it just slightly once in a while, just when necessary, and besides that, just a quick mow, you know, from time to time, and to have a nice thick, full, healthy lawn with minimal to zero fertilizer or pesticides applied. The only fertilizers I use are such as this Scott's Weed and Feed. I got this one because it is fall currently in Oregon, and I'll be applying that after the first seeding. So to get a thick grass lawn or field or whatever, you have to seed multiple times, unless you just get lucky and it all really kind of comes up nicely. So typically it's about a 35% you know, consistency fill rate, or what you would say. So, you know, if you plant maybe, so currently in the backyard we probably have maybe 25% grass in the whole yard. So if we do another 35, which would be one planting, and then another 35, which would be another planting, so that would be about 90%. And next summer, when the grass will actually seed and you mow it and you just discharge it all over the yard instead of bagging, that will actually help fill in the thinner areas also, which will act as basically like overseeding. So anyways, I have done a couple researches to find out what types of grass are still in the yard that are happy to grow here and all of that stuff. And the main two is Kentucky bluegrass and perennial ryegrass. So I've bought some very nice seed here with very, very low seed and inert matter. So it's basically 99% high quality grass seed, very minimal weed seeds or inert matter. So enough chitty chat, and let's get right to business here. So I'm gonna do probably about 20 laps or so with the cheap $3 fencing drag, and then we'll put some seed down. And the Drag Harrow also will act as a cultivator. So when you drag that around, as you see, it kind of fluffs up the dirt, you know, about an inch or so down, because the weight of the drag, if you added weight to it, it would dig down deeper, but that's not really necessary for this application. So after I drag with the fencing, I will pull around the seed spreader, get seed evenly throughout the whole lawn, and then after that I will re-hook up the Drag Harrow and cultivate. And that will help fling some of the dirt above the seed and get some of the seed under the dirt, so then the various birds cannot eat all of my grass seed. So yeah. So we've done about 20 laps with the fencing drag here. Now I'll kind of move this off to the side, and That'll be one more step that I have to do before we can put the seed down. Is the fencing drag kind of creates some loose debris like this, some dead grass and stuff that comes up. So I'm gonna kind of quickly off camera pick up that stuff before we put the seed down, so it'll be a bit cleaner of a job. So just hold on to your horses, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're going to be using this old coffee container as a measuring device. So we have one full container from the big bag. The big bag is 16 pound. The small bag is about 5.5. So we'll do a full one with the big bag, and we'll do a half of one with the small bag, because I want to save some for a second planting like I was saying before, and also the front yard. So I'm going to try to do about a quarter of each bag. I have already used a little bit of the big bag on a piece in the front yard, but that is okay. So I have 3 sections that I'm planting currently. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning at about midnight to 6 or 7 in the morning, so that will help get the seed activated and get it sprouting. So I'm gonna stop it here, and then I'm gonna set this on 2. Maybe I'll start on 1 just to see how much comes out, and then I will raise it up to 2 if I believe that I need to, because I want to make several laps and I don't want too much coming out at one time, making sure the seed goes where I want it to. Also, when you start seeding, you want to start kind of in the middle, because once you start moving, it'll fling it, about 5 to 10 feet out, depending on your speed. Seeded now, and when you seed, you don't want to put too much down in one at one time, because the seeds will kind of fight against each other to grow. So it can be a little bit thin for the first seeding, and then after it sprouts, a week or 2 after it sprouts, when it's got established slightly, and it will be able to withstand, maybe a month or so, it'll be able to withstand, driving on it lightly. Then you can seed again and thicken it up a bit. So now that I have put down my first layer of seed, I will hook the harrow back up and do a couple laps, just go over it all once real quick to kind of mix up the seed in the dirt, and then hook the fencing back up, do another couple laps to smooth it all out again. And when it rains tomorrow morning, that will finish the process for me, and hopefully in about 2 weeks to 4 to 6 weeks it will be sprouting, and I can seed again probably, in about a month from once it sprouts. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll conclude the video. So what I actually did was I turned the Drag Harrow upside down, and you can see how much more material it moves. So it really mixed up that seed good, and that kind of helped fill in some rough spots over here, because there's still kind of a decent hole right there. So when I drive through here, it's kind of bumpy. The rest of it's pretty smooth and pretty level. So I'm going to detach this, try to put this loose dirt over there to fill in that spot, hook the chain link back up, and continue. looking snazzy. So we drug the chain link around. The extra loose dirt we put over here where it was a little bit rough, so that should fill in nicely, and it's all looking pretty smoosh. Pretty smoosh. So now we just need a little patience and wait for it to start growing. How about a quick tip of the day for all you that stuck around for the entire video and have been loyal subscribers and faithful to humanity, being decent, good people. Tip of the day is always be kind to others regardless of the situation. Even in terrible situations, somebody may be having a bad day, so you don't know what they have gone through in their life, what trauma they have experienced, how they have been mistreated or neglected. So just be kind and give everybody some respect to begin with, because everybody deserves a certain amount of respect and kindness from the get-go, as they say. So that'll be a tip of the day. Be kind regardless. Even if you're diffusing a horrible situation, still be calm, collected, and respectful to others. Thanks for watching the entire video. Sweet Bailey Landscaping and Sweet Bailey YouTube. And we shall continue once the grass starts sprouting. And I will probably not make another video on the second seeding because it would be fairly unnecessary. It'll be basically the exact same process, but a lot lighter, because we will have young grass seedlings growing, and they're very, very delicate and vulnerable to not surviving. So you have to also give them kindness and respect, because grass is also a living creature that also has feelings. It may not have a soul or be able to speak, but it is a living being, and it should also be treated with respect. Like you go to them parks and there's the little sign that says, please stay off the grass, because they like the grass to be nice for everybody. Thanks again for joining us. Take care, be kind, and yeah, stuff like that. Good things. Later. Peace.